Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be doing a viewer request of Big Little World flip through and review. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. All right, so Miss Valentina had asked for a flip through of this, as well as a flip through of Voyage. I've already filmed that, so I actually filmed that right after I did that whole video. But there will be two separate videos, but thank you, Miss Valentina, for requesting it. This is a book that I purchased last year during Prime Days, so I did get it in June 2021, which, does that mean that Prime Days is going to be again in June? Because I'm gonna kind of don't buy anything else kind of thing. Okay. Well, anyway, Big Little World by Radu Frasie. It is 30 different illustrations, single-sided. It's Amazon paper, so, you know, it is what it is. And there are no doubles. For a size comparison, it is 8.5 square, and I do like the size of the pictures by way of the book, and I'll show you that in just a second. Now, Radu Frasie does have a channel on YouTube. I will link it below because the artist also does flip throughs of all of their books, and they actually have quite a few. So it does open up nicely. I do like when books actually look like books, and there's kind of an intro page. I don't do nameplate pages generally, so it doesn't bother me that there doesn't seem to be one. And again, testing colors, you guys know I don't do that. And if you ever wondered about how art is formatted, I've actually been looking into the whole print on demand KDP create space on Amazon, and there's a certain amount of pages that you have to have in order to publish a book. So if it seems like there's a lot of filler either in the beginning or the end, it could be because of that, so that they get the proper page count. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was 30, if it was 50, but yeah, that's the reason why you probably see some of the things that you do see. And then it just goes right into the coloring. This is all of the artist's work. I don't believe, it's hand-drawn in his illustrations. What I was trying to think of is these aren't images that the person just got from Shutterstock or stock images. So this is the artist's renditions. You guys know I do like houses. I do like whimsical, and this kind of feeds into that. There are no borders on the page, but that's something easy enough done. But I do like the size of the image to the size of the page. So if I wanted to do a background, one, I'd probably border it out and then just do a background there, versus like some of the Camellia books I think are really cute, but I don't own any, and I probably won't, but it just seems like there's a lot of wasted space. I don't get that impression with this coloring book. But it's basically big little houses, and so very whimsical. I love the art style. This paper seems a bit thinner than Create Space Amazon printed paper seems. When I get to the very first page that I completed in here, I was not impressed, and so I just kind of overlook this. This is a coloring book that I keep at work, but the images are super cute, and some of the ones that I have done, it's because it fit a prompt, and there's no reason for me to avoid this, especially if I use alcohol markers, because, you know, they work great on here. So this is one I did for May. This was for a prompt for Olarani, which was Shell. And again, as you can see, I framed it out, and then I just concentrated the background there, left that, and just called it a day. A little shoe house. That's actually really cute. A teacup or teapot house, and I do like that there is a bit of scale and movement. So you've got going towards the house there, but you've also got a horizon line, which isn't always necessarily a thing. I like that you can see that there is wind movement because of these items right here. That's why they're stiff like that, or they're blowing in the wind like that. It's actually really cute. This was another one that I did. This is something I did in April. And again, this one I decided not to frame out, and so I really utilize that. It takes distress ink really well, and you guys know that's probably one of my go-to backgrounds because then I don't have to think about it. Now, because the paper is so thin, you'll definitely want to be aware of the page behind it so that you don't get stuff like that, but this isn't ruined to me. I can just color over that. And so you've got a squash house page. And again, I like that there is perspective by in the foreground, you've got a bigger fence and then the same fence in the background. I probably would frame it out and even let this go past the frame. And just concentrate on that right there, but also it just gives me a little bit more of a focus and control of the page. Mushroom house. This doesn't really need a horizon line because the focus really is on these things right here, but again, you do have it leading into the house. The tree houses, I think this is really nice, and I think this could be colored kind of Halloweenish. So if you made it a dark forest night, and then maybe some eerie colors coming from the windows, I think that'd be really cute. And the doors must be on various sides of the tree, which makes sense. Tree stump house, again, you don't have that horizon line, but you do have movement towards there, and you do have a bit of scale so that you can see movement by way of the tree trunks. And again, I think this could be really interesting. These could be glowing right there, and then this could be a really dark night sky. You could frame it or not, and I think it's just an interesting composition. This one's really cute, a seascape one. Well, it's actually, I don't know why I see it as a seascape one, but it's actually an upside down planter. But this just, I don't know, it reminds me that it should be on the ocean. A little barrel one here, and you can see a little peek of the stairs coming up to the balcony. You guys know I like when things make sense so that you can get from floor to floor. There seems to be a little bit of a balcony here as well that, you know, the person can look out of. So this one I'd probably put in a darker color by way of shadows so that it recedes and that you can really focus on that right there. This one again, I like the lights and the little snail aspect. Oh, and there's a swing. This would make a great summer page. This one I added too. So I added the frame. I added these really janky trees. I added the hill and these things right here because I figured when I color it in, I can mask some of those lines, but I just wanted it to be more grounded on the page, but it's just something I've never gotten back to. But you can add things like that to a page because even this is all drawn in. This wasn't original to the page here, and then it just kind of changes the dynamic because now this looks a little spooky to me, that because if you imagine all of that stuff out, then that could actually be like a gingerbread house if you wanted to color it that way. This looks like a tulip, upside down tulip page. It's really pretty. I like the flower there. This is the very first page I did, and I don't know what made me color in this is Eilbeck Tombow water-based marker and then some pencils, and I didn't like any of those mediums on here. I should just know, although this was only like 6 months into my rediscovering of coloring, but these books need to be alcohol marker books for me. I get the vibrancy, I get the lay down that I want. It's not that taxing on my hand or my shoulder. And so yeah, this made me not want to use this book. So I have this at work, but having those 2 other pages completed makes me, oh, you know, I actually like this book. I like this kind of stuff a lot. Fallen down log. It's really cute. And again, I like the scale in the back. That actually kind of looks like those, it's at the state fair or the carnivals where they have the rides where they kind of spin like that. That's what that reminds me of. I know I'm fumbling, but I'm trying to figure out what that thing's called and I don't know. Again, you've got some scale. I can see this done by way of Halloween, by way of Christmas. This might actually be something good. Middle-aged Geek Girl is doing a winter because she's in Australia and it's winter for them there. And so she's doing a hashtag. I'll need to look it up, but this could be done in icy blues and winter colors, not inherently Christmas colors, because Christmas is still in December, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere. It's just the temperature is different depending on where you live. Again, I love the movement and you would think that they'd all look the same, but they don't. I don't know that I've seen any repeats. I mean, even the mushroom houses look different from other mushroom houses. So it's really nice. This is more traditional. This might actually get some work on the back by way of trees or whatnot, but I do like it. It's detailed enough that it holds my interest, and I could actually add some more brickwork in here to just make it even more dynamic, but it's simple enough so that it's a quick color for me, and if it fits a prompt in the community, then that's even better. Two-story house with the bees that actually would have counted towards Poets May There Be Dragons, but that's a May hashtag and we're already on the 30th, so I probably won't color this for that. Oh, this is a fancy mushroom house. This is like a mushroom mansion with balls in the windows, so you know it's fancy. No horizon line. So this one, I probably want to do that just so I'd know, because I probably want to color some of the ground here. I'd probably frame it out to kind of alleviate some of that, but I would put a horizon line towards the back there. And again, a very interesting composition, right? Because everything's scaled down, because I'm imagining little creatures live in these houses, but you still have, because this isn't to me clouds, this is bushes, and you've got the plant and the flower pot. So this gardener, little gnome or whoever lives here, goes upstairs to take care of that, and they've got that and a little bench and a little walkway. So I think it's a really pretty coloring book. The apple, this is actually one of Olga Rani's past prompts, so missed opportunity, but it's still super cute. Again, a little teacup village. I like that you can see a peek into their foyer. So you could either color that as stairs, although I think that's just the floor. It makes sense that this is a single level. Maybe this is an old folks retirement home, so everything's single level, easy access. And you've got different houses, but you also got perspective because you've got the horizon line back there. And then you can make the sky as a simple or not as you want it to. Oh, so this must be some storage in the stairway up to the dwellings upstairs. So maybe this is the old folks home here, and then next door there's for the youths where stairs are not a problem. Not gonna lie, I'd live here because no bueno with the stairs. You've got a pumpkin house that actually looks like a face, so you could certainly play that up if you wanted to. Oh, and you've got elements in the sky, which isn't always a thing. You don't have a horizon line, but it would be easy enough to create one back here, and then you could have a proper frame for the sky as well as a proper frame for the ground. Again, really cute by way of scale, because the fence, you have a certain image of how tall that is, and then a watering can image of that, and so whoever lives here is going to be small, but I do like the scale of this. And this leaf is part of the roof. I don't know why, but I do like it. I do like that there's a turret there. I'm not sure what's underneath here. It's an interesting roof concept, but it's a really pretty page. And then these are, at the time of this publishing, because this, when I purchased it, it was very new. But this is other coloring books that this artist has. And again, it was Amazon printed. It is a matte cover, you guys know. I like it for filming purposes, but I don't necessarily like the feeling of it, but that's fine. But this is Big Little World, an adult coloring book by Radu Frasie. Thank you, Valentina, for requesting this. If you guys have ever seen any coloring books in my arsenal that you would like a flip through and review where I'm actually talking about the pages versus just showing you the pages, let me know. I can always put it on the list. I can't tell you when it's going to go up, or if it's going to go up, but I can certainly put it on the list. I know, right? That's so non-committal. All right, guys. Well, that's it from me for now. And as always, aloha.